Morning to all of you. Yesterday we have seen electromagnetic wave spectrum, radio waves, microwaves, infrared rays, visible, ultraviolets, X-rays, gamma rays. So these are my visible UXG. So these EM waves are arranged in the decreasing order of their wavelength. So when you come from radio waves to gamma rays, it is a decreasing order of wavelength. Decreasing order of wavelength means, so this is decreasing order of wavelength, means it is increasing order of frequency. Increasing order of frequency means it is an increasing order of energy, E equal to H. So when you are traveling from top to bottom in this series, radio waves, micro, infrared, visible, UXG, you are going in the direction of a decreasing order wavelength. So frequency is increasing, it is got energy also increasing. And this is very important. And we are going through different applications and uses of different one. So we are going to define now IR radiation, infrared rays. Okay. So infrared rays, these waves are produced by hot bodies and molecules. IR radiations are produced by hot bodies and molecules, and IR rays sometimes also known as hot or heat waves. Okay, infrared rays are also known as heat waves. Why? This is because infrared rays, these water molecules present in most materials readily absorb these IR radiations. And other examples are CO2, NH3 also absorb IR radiations. After absorbing IR radiation, their thermal motion increases. That is, they heat up and heat their surroundings. That is the reason. That is why sometimes we refer them as heat waves. And another important feature of this is IR lamps are used. What are the different uses in physical therapy, physiotherapy, especially those who are having the back pain, etc. IR heating pads are used. So when they produce intense heating effect that can pass through your body, relaxing the muscle. Okay, and IR radiation also plays an important role in maintaining Earth's warm or the average temperature. Very important application by greenhouse effects. So Earth's average temperature is maintained by the phenomena called the greenhouse effect. IR radiation plays a crucial role in that. So what is that important point here? So usually the incoming visible light, okay, they are related, that means easily can pass through the atmosphere, lower part of the atmosphere, and it's absorbed by Earth's surface and re-radiated as infrared radiations. These radiations are trapped by greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and water vapor, etc. So that they are retained there only. So they will not go away. So therefore, the temperature, average temperature of the Earth's surface is maintained by greenhouse effect. So take this point important one. And also, IR waves, they are used for photography, infrared photography from the satellites. IR photography. That means these can pass through mist, smoke, etc., etc., and they can get exact clear picture. So all IR photographs are, the cameras are fitted with the satellites. Okay, this point important one. And also your remote controls. Remote control IR LEDs are there. The remote control, so they are operating with the IR radiation LEDs. So this point are very important in this. So this is about IR radiations. Infrared radiations applications. Visible light. Visible light means that is the only portion that we can see of the electromagnetic wave. Next important application is ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet UV applications. Most important application, you can see that UV rays are especially used in water purification systems. And the UV radiations can kill all the bacteria and etc. So that can easily use for many different purposes, especially to preserve the food grains, etc. Some of the important uses. And another important, most important application of UV radiation, we are familiar with ozone layer. What is the crucial role of ozone layer? That absorb UV radiation. Otherwise, if UV radiation, you are in contact with the UV radiation continuously, that produces skin cancer, etc. So ozone layer is an important part of the atmosphere that absorb majority part of the UV rays coming from the sun. So, and UV radiation also can be used in LASIK eye surgery because comparatively higher frequency, good energy. Okay, so they are used for that. And some other uses also, UV radiations, I am going to explain here. UV radiations they are used for preserving the food stuff and make drinking water free from bacteria, etc., etc. They are also used for sterilizing the surgical instruments. And also they are used in detecting the invisible writings, forged documents. You see that in the bank, the accountant use a UV lamp to recognize any fake currency. And fingerprints, etc., fake currency, etc., to recognize they use UV rays. And they are also used to study the structure of molecules, and especially they are used in LASIK eye surgery. LASIK eye surgery. LASIK eye surgery. UV radiations are. So there are many applications of UV radiations too. Next category, we are going for X-rays. What are the important role of X-rays? There are so many applications, you know, in medicine as well as in industry, X-rays are used. First important thing is that medical diagnosis. It is used in medical diagnosis, locating fracture in the bone, any foreign materials in the body, as well as in the industry, if there is any cracks, etc., in metallic blocks or pillars that can be recognized by X-rays. And another important application, they are used in radiotherapy, radiotherapy. X-rays are used to treat cancer, tumors. And another important application is to study the crystal structure. If you remember, crystal structure by Bragg and Bragg, there is an equation in chemistry, Bragg and Bragg equation, study the crystal structure. We have seen in photoelectric effect, Davison and German experiment. To study crystal structure, X-rays are used. Another important one, again, especially in engineering, to detect any kind of, we say that cracks in the pillars, huge blocks of materials that can be used. So X-rays, especially X-ray machines, you must have seen in different airports, etc., where to find out the foreign objects. So they can also use to detect any kind of metallic object, just like gold, silver, diamond, etc., if it is contained in a body or a bag, etc. So there are different uses of X-rays too. The most energetic radiation, which is the most energetic radiation in the electromagnetic spectrum, that is gamma rays. Can anyone remember what is the wavelength of this? Wavelength less than, we have seen that. All the wavelength less than 10 to the power of minus 3 nanometer belongs to that. So you can see that, you can calculate the frequency. 3 into the power of 8 divided by minimum value 3 into, that means 10 to the power of minus 3 nanometer. So we can calculate approximately, we are getting the frequency as of the order of 10 to the power of 20 high frequencies. The most energetic in this category, gamma rays. There are some other rays also, cosmic rays. So that we are not including this. So out in this maximum, that means highest energy is for gamma rays and minimum energy for radio waves. You can remember the structure, and it's a very important one, RMI, visible UXC. So from the different uses, there will be question in the examination. Okay, you have to remember the uses and the wavelength range and frequency range, how to produce and how to detect them. So what are the different uses of, again, gamma rays? Gamma rays are again used for main treatment of cancer, especially tumors and cancer treatment, so because high energy. So this is for killing the particular cell, cancer cells. And also used to study the structure of atomic nuclei, very important one. Atomic nuclei, to study about the structure of atomic nuclei, gamma rays will help, because there is a chapter called radioactivity. So during that alpha and beta, then gamma rays will come from nucleus. That gives, if you study the gamma rays, that can give the different atomic nuclear energy levels. Just like atom has got different energy level, first orbit, second orbit, different energies are there. Nucleus also possesses different nuclear energy levels. We are now inside the nucleus. So to study nuclear energy levels, the gamma rays, usually after a radioactive decay, gamma rays will come from the nucleus of an unstable atom, unstable nucleus. So by studying gamma rays, we can get some information about atomic nuclei. Okay, the point. And also it is used for food preservation. So these are the different uses of gamma rays. So you have to remember different uses very clearly. So some of the board questions I am just reading out. Question number 1. This was 1 mark question. What physical quantity is same for X-rays of lambda the value lambda is known as 10 to the power minus 10. For X-ray, lambda is known as 10 to the power minus 10 meter. And for red light or wavelength, is equal to 6,800 angstrom. And radio waves of lambda is known as 500 nanometer. Good question of 1 mark. Which physical quantity or what physical quantity is same for X-rays of wavelength 10 to minus 10 meter, red light of wavelength 6,800 meter, 800 angstrom, and radio waves of wavelength 500 nanometer. So which is same for all? Their wavelengths are different, frequency are different, which will be a constant for them. Anyone? Together. If all are traveling in free space, which parameter remains constant? Frequency different and wavelength different, and which can be? Which physical quantity can be the same for all this?
Speed.
Okay, that is the velocity same. So velocity same for all. T equal to nu lambda. It's constant for all. Velocity same for all. In a particular medium, all will share same. It is coming in the property. Next question again, it was a board question. What is the ratio of the velocity of X-rays to that of UV rays in vacuum? Velocity of X-ray to velocity of UV rays in vacuum. Yes? The board questions. Velocity X-ray, velocity UV rays, they are same. They are same. In a medium, the velocity when same ratio is equal to 1 mark question. Okay, next I am going to give a question like this. Identify the part of EM spectrum to which the waves of frequency. Particular frequency is going to use, so you have to recognize which EM waves are there. The first one is 10 raised to 20 hertz. Second, 10 to the power 9 hertz. So to recognize the frequency range, yesterday I ordered told to remember what The wavelength range, you should remember the wavelength range. Then you have to calculate the frequency range. Approximately 3-4 frequency range also you have to remember. So can you tell me in which range they come? 10 rays, how many heads? It is coming in the bottom. That is for gamma rays, end of X-rays or gamma rays. You can write this. So they have 4 gamma rays. And about 10 to the power 9 heads. Radio or micro, you can check. So they are coming in the range of micro. Microwave. So from the range of wavelength, you should recognize the frequency. For that, 2-3 values: top, middle, and bottom. Radio waves, and you can take infrared and gamma rays. So that you ought to remember frequency range. So you should recognize whether it is coming above that or below in between. So that you ought to remember. Okay. Next, I am going to give some application, and you have to tell me what kind of EM waves are used in that. Again, board question of 2 marks. Name the constituents radiation of EM spectrum. Which first one is used for satellite communication? Anyone? For satellite communication, which waves are used? Any idea? This is very important one because bachchan log often make mistake in this. Is it a radio wave or microwave? 2 options are given. Anyone? Satellite communication, microwaves are used especially. Remember that. And the EM wave used for studying crystal structure, X-rays. The EM wave, which is similar to the radiation emitted during decay of the radioactive nuclei, that is gamma rays. And EM wave has a wavelength range between 390 nanometer to 770 nanometer. So we have made as 700 to 400, that is a visible light. Dash produces intense heating effects. Heat wave, that is IR radiation. So the uses are given to you, and you have to recognize the type of EM waves. Okay, next one again. Identify and name the part of EM spectrum to which these following radiation belong. To treat muscular strain, muscular pain, IR radiation. Those who are having back pain, etc., muscular pain, IR radiation, IR heating pads are available. Some are used by FM radio. FM radio waves, to detect fracture in the bones, X-rays, and those radiations are absorbed by ozone layer or the atmosphere. Nachiketa, tell me which type of EM waves are absorbed by ozone layer. Ozone layer absorb which kind of radiation? Prayak?
UV rays.
Okay, UV rays. If we are exposed to UV rays continuously, we may get a skin cancer, etc. And that also is dangerous to living tissues. So that is a very important point in this. This was a board question. Next one, another part of a board question, optical and radio telescopes. You are familiar with the telescopes? They are built on the ground. Optical and radio telescopes are built on the ground, that means on Earth's surface. But X-ray astronomy, that means there are telescopes that utilize X-rays also. X-ray astronomy is possible only from satellites orbiting the Earth. Why? So what is the meaning of this is there are many satellites, that means many telescopes that is all arranged on the surface of the Earth. Where we use word radio telescopes. And there are certain telescopes, they are fitted onward on the satellite, which is revolving around here, where X-rays are used. So why in such satellite X-rays are used instead of using them on the surface of it? This is the question. So this was a part of board question. The reason is that the Earth's atmosphere is transparent to visible light and radio waves. They can easily pass. Transparent means easily pass. But Earth atmosphere absorb X-rays. This is a very important one. Earth atmosphere absorb X-rays. So if you are using an X-ray from the surface of the Earth to any other planet, sending to moon surface, etc., that on the way it will be absorbed. So X-ray astronomy is possible only from the satellite orbiting the Earth, because the satellites are about at a height of 36,000 kilometers. So where atmosphere is very, very thin and X-rays are not absorbed at that height. So that is why X-ray astronomy or telescope with X-rays are operative only in satellite, not on the surface of the Earth. So this is a part you can remember that. Again, another board question is like this. I am writing the following. Arrange the following electromagnetic waves in the ascending order of their wavelength. Ascending order, increasing order. Ascending order, increasing order of their wavelength. So from here and there you will get the first is UV rays are given to you. And the next one is red light. The next one is X-rays. Next one, microwaves. And IR waves. So these are the different EM waves. You have to arrange them in the increasing or ascending order of the wavelength. Can you arrange it? Out of that, which one is having greater wavelength? Can you say? Which one is having greater wavelength? First one. You remember the order? RMI, visible, UXG. Priya, can you try? First.
So, microwaves and IR rays.
First one is micro, then just below that
IR.
IR. Okay, इसके नीचे
Red light.
then
UV rays. Then X-rays.
okay. So we have to write in the ascending order, increasing order we are writing. In the increasing order of their wavelength, you are writing the increasing order. So we start for first minimum, increasing order. So minimum to maximum we are doing. So first will be X-rays. Then we go for UV. Then red. Okay. Then after that we will write IR. Then microwave. So this will go on. So you can arrange the ascending or descending order of the wavelength. So these are the parts here. And again, one more board question from here. It was asked there. So those who are welding, so they use particular type of glass. Why they use a particular type of glass when they are welding? So what is the main use of that? Welding produces intense radiations, especially UV radiations. To absorb the UV radiation, you can use spectacles made of particular glass material can be used. Some other questions. What are the directions of electric and magnetic field vectors relative to each other and related to the directional propagation of electromagnetic waves? It's coming under the property. Electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular as well as perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Yes. So from the use, which part of electromagnetic spectrum has largest penetrating power? That is very important, especially asked question. Which one is having largest penetrating power? The one which is having greatest energy. Can you tell me? Penetrating power. The one is which is having greatest energy. Which one is having greatest energy in this?
Gamma rays.
Gamma rays. This was 1 mark question. So these are coming in the 1 mark question. You can expect 2 to 3 mark question from this chapter. Okay. Name electromagnetic radiation used to destroy cancer cell and write its frequency range. So either you can use X-rays or gamma rays. Okay, both can be used. You can prefer X-rays and you can write the range of frequency that also. Okay. Can you write another word question is, can you write the velocity of EM wave propagation in terms of the peak value of electric and magnetic field? Can you remember the equation? In terms of E naught and V naught.
C is equals to 1 upon under root mu naught into V.
C equal to E naught by V naught. Peak values of electric field and magnetic field is E naught upon V naught. Other equation is C equal to 1 upon under root mu naught epsilon 0. This is because of magnetic and electric properties constant, permeability and permeability. So these are the type of questions, 1 mark question that you are getting. And you know how to make electromagnetic waves. So these are the different points coming under electromagnetic waves. So next chapter we are having, that is wave optics. Electromagnetic wave, there is E vector and V vector. E naught is far greater than V naught. So E naught vector, we call it as optical vector. Especially in this chapter, we'll see wave optics, interference, diffraction and polarization. Okay, the polarization we again will see the optical vector, E naught vector. Its vibrations are confined in certain plane that we call it as polarized light, unpolarized and polarized light. So wave optics, there are 3 parts in this. First part is wave theory of light was introduced by Huygens. Wave theory of light. Wave theory of light was introduced by Huygens. And we study about what is the meaning of a wavefront. What was his postulate? Then we explain wavefront. What is the meaning of wavefront? First point is Huygens principle. Second point is the wavefront. And third point, different types of wavefronts that we are coming, where parallel rays, then converging rays, diverging rays, etc. and wavefront. And next point we say Huygens theory. Huygens principle, very important point. Huygens principle. Huygens principle. Huygens principle can be used to explain reflection, refraction, etc. And 3 mark question for board examination. Huygens principles can be used to explain reflection, refraction. So first we explain what is the meaning of Huygens principle explanation. Then after that, explain reflection, refraction on the basis of Huygens principle. Then after that, we will see superposition principle of waves. When 2 or 3 waves combine, okay, they constructively interfere or destructively interfere. So superposition principle, and which gives you 2 important phenomena: interference and diffraction. Interference and diffraction. So these are the main points in this chapter. So Huygens principle, Huygens was the first one to introduce about the wave nature of light. And we explain wavefront, then Huygens principle, explanation of reflection, refraction on the basis of Huygens principle, then superposition principle, which leads to 2 important phenomena, interference and diffraction. So these are the 3 important. These 2 phenomena are very important, interference and diffraction, main part. So that will continue in the next class, wave optics. So light is electromagnetic wave. So all the properties of electromagnetic wave, you can see here is applicable for light also. And what is the nature of electromagnetic wave? Is it a longitudinal wave or it's a transverse wave? Nachiketa. Together, tell me the answer. Is it a light? Light is a longitudinal wave or transverse wave?
Longitudinal.
Light is transverse wave, not at all longitudinal. Just remember that. Light is a transverse wave because E vector, B vector are perpendicular to the propagation, and E vector and B vector are varying sinusoidally. That is that all electromagnetic waves are transverse. So you have to learn all the properties of electromagnetic wave. Okay, so we'll start way of next class. Thank you.